Hello guys, Legalan here, welcome to a brand new YouTube video, and today we're gonna react to a really interesting video, and the title of the video is The Rise and Fall of Gaming Journalism, What Happened? And yeah, let's get right into it, shall we?
Gaming journalism isn't what it once was. In fact, just mentioning the words gaming journalism these days seems to only
Yeah.
provoke negative reactions. This is how badly these companies have damaged their own reputation. Almost every week, I see the same sentence pop up somewhere online that says, "Remember, you don't hate gaming journalists enough." Whether it's in the comment section on a YouTube video, or a Facebook or Instagram post, or even on
I mean, guys, they had it coming, like, that's not a big surprise to me, honestly. I mean, with all the fake ratings and seeing that the player base didn't like those specific games, and you go against the mass for yeah.
On X, gamers seem to be unified in his thoughts across the internet. It's a clear sign that gamers genuinely wouldn't mind if the majority of gaming journalism outlets just disappeared at this point. Gamers used to love the likes of IGN, for example, because it felt like
Yes.
they were one of us. But now to see them lay off a lot more of their staff this month has sparked some interesting reactions online. A large part of the gaming community celebrated this, as if this result is a form of justice.
I mean, it is a form of justice. Like, why should I listen to fake ratings? We went, at the time, when we were kids or younger, we went to IGN, taradarada. IGN was the most famous one, the main that I know. And I had an honest review. Like, you can expect this from the game, there is this other feature in the game. So it was not like nothing was, no ideology was sold to me, you know? It was an honest, light-hearted review. Like, this game is good because it's a good game. Like, I didn't have bullshit in it like, oh, this game is awesome because it's designed for inclusivity and diversity. Like, who gives a fuck? Either the game is good or it's not good. That's it.
Whereas another portion of the gaming community were saddened by the idea that the IGN they once loved has allowed itself to fall this far. So how did we get here? How is it that gaming journalists, much like many AAA gaming companies, have become so disconnected from their audience that it's come to this? Let's rewind for a second to what a lot of us remember as the golden age of gaming journalism. Back then, gaming magazines like Nintendo Power, PC Gamer, and Game Informer weren't just magazines. They were a gateway into the world we loved. They had this unique way of connecting with us, speaking a language that every gamer just understood and spoke themselves. This was especially important at the time because of how niche gaming was in most households. I'll never forget those moments when my mom would arrive back from her monthly grocery shop. I'd race to the car because I knew she'd picked up a copy of either the PC format or the NAG magazine for me. Your South African
Yeah, but I
variants
had a
of
lot
gaming
of those magazines
It was such
too.
a small thing,
Yep.
but my mom knew that it made me happy for the rest of the week. I was hooked on those magazines. Over time, I'd even figure out which of the writers
So
had the
good.
same taste in games as me, and I'd always look out for their names in these magazines. Gaming journalists used to deliver an amazing experience that a lot of us will always remember. When the internet took over, sites like IGN, GameSpot, and GameFAQs kept the energy alive. They weren't just about reviews and news, they were about community.
Yep.
Forums were always buzzing with debates, walkthroughs, and theories. Early reviews felt like it was simply gamers talking to gamers, because that's exactly what it was. It wasn't just about the games, it was about the culture. That era was about celebrating games. Big events like E3 felt magical, where developers, journalists, and players
By the way, I'm really sorry that I didn't ever have a chance to go to an E3. It's sad, man.
came together to share in the excitement of announcements and reveals. It was a
Oh,
time
by the way, let me know in the comments if you ever been and try to share with us the experience that you had. I'm honestly curious because people I know who went there really enjoyed it.
Time when the line between fans and journalists was blurred because at the end of the day, journalists were gamers too. But
Yep.
instead of publishing a monthly magazine where journalists could spend more time refining and crafting something thought-provoking and entertaining, a never-ending rat race began. Companies now competed to get previews, reviews, and news out faster than the competition. Articles started feeling rushed, and reviews were becoming increasingly more disconnected from gamers. It was clear that it didn't feel like it was gamers talking to gamers anymore. Now, a lot of people have
Because it was. I mean, it isn't. It's not anymore a gamer, that gives his honest review. It's it's a big corpo, It's corpo shit. So that's why normal people, can't relate to these guys. Because they are being told what to say by the elites, and they sell this bullshit to us. That's why.
grown so tired of this. Just look at the recent reviews around Concord. Self-proclaimed critics gave this game a 7 out of 10 or even an 8 out of 10, while literally the entire gaming community rejected this game into oblivion. Saying these reviews felt
Yeah, funny thing, it didn't even get a rating. It was so fucking bad. And what they drained down the toilet, $400 million. Like, that's just crazy.
out of touch is an understatement. There is
Yeah.
so obviously a disconnect between these journalists and actual gamers.
If you are who I think you are, you should give me another chance.
I don't think we're alike at all.
Here's
Yes!
the issue of access journalism. Game publishers started controlling the narrative more aggressively, using embargoes and restrictions to shape coverage. If a journalist criticized a game, they risked losing early access or exclusives in the future.
Who
And
gives
when you're
a
in a state
fuck?
of
Fuck
competing for
them
clicks,
and their shitty
losing
game.
that access can be devastating for your company. So do you tell the truth and risk backlash from the publishers?
Yes.
Or do you play it safe and lose credibility with your readers? Definitely not an easy decision. This disconnect has
I mean, okay, I have nothing to lose. Okay, I know this. But fuck, that's the easiest decision. Like, you're gonna have an advantage if you do the second thing he said. So, lie about the review. But it's short-lived. And who cares of the access anyway, of the early access and shit? Like, if you want people to be honest and to improve your games, you have to get the truth, man. Not only for the customer perspective, but the company perspective. Like, look how Ubisoft ended up. Like, it went to shit. Like, the ship just wrecked, And there is no way of saving it unless Tencent buys it. But yeah, that's my point. They fucked up.
definitely brought a major shift over the years. As trust in traditional outlets faded, a lot of gamers turned to the reviews and opinions of YouTubers. Creators like
Yes.
Angry Joe and the amazing Total Biscuit
And by the way, guys, sorry for pausing this much. By those YouTubers, most of them, I mean a lot of them, lost early access to new games because they were telling the truth and they didn't give a shit.
felt authentic. They didn't need publisher approval and they weren't afraid to tell it like it is. If a game was
Exactly.
broken, they'd call it out. If it was great, you can tell their praise was genuine.
Like this probably is like probably the one of the greatest games I ever played in my whole life.
Yeah.
It's like it's just so good. It's so good, man. Man, stop, man, stop. I hate this game, bro.
Now, this raises
And he still has to try Baldur's Gate 3.
a big question. Why do companies like IGN still have an audience? If you've watched my previous videos, you would know that I'm just a casual gamer. I don't always have time to sit down and actually play games, let alone dive into the drama around gaming journalism. So let's say I see a game advertised from a franchise I loved as a kid or teenager, or from a company I used to praise and trust. Naturally, I would want to go where I've always gone for insight on these games.
Like guys, I will show you something. Let me get it real quick. This is how much I liked Ubisoft. Some of you older guys, wait, let me clean it up. Okay. So, wait, let me go in, let me change the scene. Okay. So, this is how much I used to love Ubisoft. Oh shit. And these were the games I had. The very first Far Cry, Rayman 3, which, by the way, I love Rayman. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys liked Rayman too. Sorry, if you loved Rayman. It's impossible to like Rayman, you have to love Rayman. AC1, Beyond Good and Evil I never played. I still have an old laptop, so I can try it. Prince of Persia I played. Rayman 3 I finished. I finished AC1, Prince of Persia, Rayman 3 and Far Cry. You know how old this is? Wait. Does it say it? 2011. Like, that's crazy. Like, this is ancient history right here, guys.
Ahead of launch, he checks IGN's reviews and he sees a 9 out of 10. Now bear in mind, he does not keep up.
So, I'm non-binary.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
IGN gave it a higher review score than any of the previous titles. A lot of these big outlets...
I didn't know that. What a fucking bunch of losers. Oh, Jesus.
So, what does the future of gaming journalism look like? The truth is, it's unclear, but one thing is for sure, the old model of sensationalism, clickbait headlines, and ignoring what the audience really cares about is fading fast. Gamers are tired of feeling like we're being sold something that is not genuine. We want transparency, we want honesty, and we want to feel connected to the people reviewing.
I mean, guys, IGN is cooked. Like, nobody is ever going to trust them again. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But, you know, they set an example. You do this, you're gonna fall. You're gonna smash your ass to the ground. And you're gonna stay there on the ground. Like a little bitch. And you deserve it.
Assume it's a bad.
Can you believe this shit? So that's why I've been saying this long time. Like, first of all, if you only rely on one source of information, it's your fault too. Like, you can't go, oh, this person said this is good, and this must be good. Like, if you really want to look things up in a really good way, you're gonna wanna find more opinions about it, or more people talking about it, because you must have got the only person who's talking good about it. So you must be careful, guys. But right now we have more information than ever, so it got easier. You can't Google some shit like this, go, oh, good, oh, buy it. Like, it's on you then.
As for gamers, we're starting to take control. We're demanding better, and most importantly, we're holding these companies accountable. Thank you everyone for watching, and a very special thank you to my Patreons. If you're keen to look into my Patreon...
Guys, what a great video by Peda. Subscribe, like, you earned it, man. What a great fucking video.
Do check the link in the description below. I'm really enjoying building this community with all of you. Also, a very big thank you to Sennheiser for these headphones. This isn't a sponsorship, but
Okay. So, guys, again, thank you so much. Wait. What am I doing? Better now. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out the video. It's going to be in the description, the original video. Go subscribe, leave a like to Peda. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, sorry. Let me know your comments down below. Did IGN deserve its quote-unquote end? Bye bye guys, see ya.